If I were you, I wouldn't do something I would regret later on.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody.
Hey, guys, we're here at the locker room. Been here for a while doing live. We're talking about the Brock Lesnar situation. Brock Lesnar named an updated Vince McMahon complaint filed by former WWE employee. Let's get the likes as we come into the locker room. About to answer dirty laundry on this one. Now, Brock Lesnar has been officially named in this one. I talked about this before in the past. Let's look over what it says here. Now, it says, according to this article, Things Wrestling Inc. Let's see what it says. Attorneys for Janel Grant, Vince McMahon's ex-girlfriend and a former WWE employee, who last January filed suit against McMahon and former WWE executive John Laurinaitis, and the company itself alleged McMahon, you know what often with Laurinaitis and knowledge of many the organization had until yesterday to file an amended version of the lawsuit. Updated was expected as attorneys to do that, man. This is Vince McMahon is done. He's never going to be able to get out of this whole situation. I don't see him ever getting over this. I don't see how he's going to ever rebound this. Well, let me read the rest. The updated suit was expected as attorneys' defense have pushed the case for settlement under arbitration in the January 2022 non-disclosure agreement that Grant signed. It says here that, the NDA, and this is the SCE charges settlement last month, which Vince McMahon did take care of. That doesn't mean this case was absolutely over. It was still more to it. He was still under fire, whether people want to believe it or not. But it said the news of the filing press arrived via a press release of Grant's team last night, including a statement by attorney Ann Callis. Ms. Grant's amended complaint reveals new details that further demonstrate the what she suffered at the hands of Vince McMahon and Laurinaitis, pulls back the current of dangerous workplace culture Vince McMahon created WWE. Grant looks forward to holding her, accountable in a court of law. Let's see what else it says right here. Now it says more of, okay, let's go here. Let's read this part of the article. It says, regarding the enforceability and arbitration in clause NDA, Grant's amended suit argues that he was pressured to sign. Now it says there, this is what's going to mess Mr. Man up. This is what got him right here. This was a big no-no. She basically signed NDA under duress. That's how she got it. And this could be on file for this. Let's talk about it. It says that she was pressured to sign in addition to being groomed and controlled by McMahon for years at this point. She says the representation of McMahon arranged for her through celebrity Dr. Carlton Coker, now named. So the doctor was now named in this too as well. So let's get that going. It says expressed concern about the speed of negotiations, which apparently happened over 8 days. A transcription of the voice memo she alleged Vince sent her January 27, 2022, shortly before the Hush Money scandal broke. Jerry DeVitt, WWE, and McMahon's longtime lawyers in charge of all the books of the thing. He got to tell the audit committee there's no lawsuits, there's no pending, there's none of that going on. So they had to work on it, so like it was rushed. But let's talk more about it. You don't like it, but you keep coming here. So let's get you out of here then. All right, don't have to hear from that fool no more. All right, let's read the rest of this then. There's more to it. Let's see. Oh man, this is not looking good at all. This is not looking good. McMahon's repeatedly denied all of Grant's allegations as he resigned from all roles of WWE and parent company TKO. As a result of them, Laurinaitis also announced that initially claimed he was a McMahon victim. WWE has legally argued for arbitration while publicly insisting that there were any culture that was solved by McMahon's exit. So this is no good. In a response, in an amended suit, McMahon, the attorney, said that basically he's denying it. Of course, it says nothing more than latest publicity stunt, ongoing smear campaign filled with desperate falsehoods from a team that continues to discard from the truth. Yeah, Vince McMahon, it's just not a good. It's not a good look at all for him at all. It's not a good look at all. No matter how you slice it, it's done. This is not a good look. Says here, Miss Grant, because we got names in here. Let's go off the names. He's one of them. Miss Grant amended complaint reveals the further details that demonstrate the, a notable change in amended case. Naming several individuals, including McMahon, shared images and stories of Grant, which she was offered. And you know what? Former WWE and UFC champion Brock Lesnar still under contract at WWE at the time, but absent since linked to initial case. I don't think he's linked to the contract no more. Brock Lesnar finished his run. He's not on contract no more. He probably was during the time. I don't think they mean right now. It's not to affirm name in a claim that McMahon offered Grant to Lesnar, you know what, as part of negotiations for his current deal. In other words, Janel Grant was offered to Brock Lesnar and to convince him to re-sign with the company. She was a pass around, but it said that the encounter never happened, despite explicit electronic messages, text message, email conveyed between the two. Vince McMahon in an in-person meeting alleged that Lesnar was too intoxicated and another due to COVID-19 concerns and others. And it says here more names. Longtime producer at WWE Hall of Famer Michael Hayes. He's now named as McMahon is to instruct Grant to create customized content for him, his and his crew. There are screenshots purposely showing explicit photos and messages Grant sent to McMahon with text read, "Dear Vince's crew, hope you enjoy these pics. XO and XO. Hey Michael, Vince stories are true, and I love to live up to the hype." So she can run. Janel Grant can run with this all she wants, but she is no more than a volunteer, and that's what I said before. She's not innocent like people claim that she is. She's not innocent at all by any means. So I don't get why people think she's so innocent, because she's clearly not. She's not at all. So I don't get the whole thing with that. She's not innocent. She wanted to do what she said she heard of everything and blah, 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 and such and such. And for those you don't know, this is Michael Hayes right here. You've probably seen him on WWE TV backstage. He is part of the Freebirds. He's a Hall of Famer. Famous tag team. He started the Freebird rule of a 3-person tag team could switch up. Where we saw the New Day, other tag team of 3 or more people use. He's a part of that group. He kicked that off. That is Michael Hayes. And he has since taken leave from WWE. He is not around right now at the current moment. So there's no sign of him. I don't see him returning to the company at all at some point. I highly doubt that he would return. So just to let you guys know, Kevin Dunn, his name was actually not mentioned, but he's been gone too. So let's keep that in mind as well. There's a lot of people named here. A lot of people named the situation. But I know with Michael Hayes, he's from the old era, and that's what WWE is steering away from. They're steering away from the way Vince did things and all the other people that was involved. They are getting away from that whole logic. They're trying to change it. So you're not going to see that old format like it was done prior. I highly doubt you see that again. And some of these people, I highly doubt you see them ever until they clear their name, or throw Vince on the bus. You're not going to see him no more. Brock Lesnar, you definitely not going to see him no more. You can forget about it. it's not going to happen with Vince McMahon at all. I don't see that happening. So it's a wrap for some people. It just is. I don't see how anybody will rebound. This stuff's been going on since 2022. Brock Lesnar name been running around for the past year. His name's been involved for a year. And now he didn't come back, which was a smart thing to do. But other than that, he can't come back. He don't want to come back to WWE. Let's notate that too. Brock Lesnar don't want to come back to the company. He's out of there. That man is done. You're not going to see Brock Lesnar in the ring. You're not going to see him no more. Now, his name is ruined because they said they was trying to bring him back, but they didn't. He didn't come back to the company, and now his name's popped up again. So they're not going to take no risk until otherwise. But Brock, his run is over. His run's over with WWE. I think that'll be the last of him. I don't think we'll see more of Brock Lesnar anymore. You're not going to see him no more. He's one person you're not going to see no more the whole thing. I highly doubt you see his name pop up in anything. And Brock is cool with that. That's the thing. Brock's cool with that whole situation. I don't see what else they can do. But Brock is out. He's out of there. Michael Hayes is out of there. But we do know that people who weren't named, I think Bruce Pritchard, he's another one. He wasn't named, but he left. He got it while he could. He's not doing on WWE right now. See, some men, they're not named, but they don't want to draw no attention to themselves. So you gotta think about that too. Why these longtime people just left like that? So we have to keep that in mind as well. And there are a couple people who were a part of that. Now, Brock Lesnar, like I said, there's nothing more with him. He already was gone from our minds anyway. Most of us, a lot of people thought he was going to return at the Royal Rumble, but he didn't. I don't know why they thought he was going to return to that. Brock Lesnar was out. He's done. His career is pretty much done. There was nothing else for him to do anyway. Let's be honest. There was nothing more Brock Lesnar could do at this point. Nothing more, nothing less. And that was it as far as that goes. Now, before I do name other names that is included, I just want to take a couple minutes out, notate the people that was not, repeat, their name was not mentioned, but they did quietly leave WWE out of nowhere. They did do that. One person was named Bruce Pritchard for a long time backstage, executive backstage. He was in Vince right here for years. He ended up taking a leave, as well as Michael Hayes. He has not been back. Haven't heard anything about him. So we have to keep that in mind too. He's one person that's just quietly left WWE. Because I don't think he's gonna come back. He don't want to draw no attention to himself at all whatsoever. So he's one name that I know that just left. Another name we'll mention, Kevin Dunn, the longtime TV guy. He's involved in TV for many, many years. Kevin Dunn, he was with WWE since I want to say early to late 90s, I want to say. Pretty much. But you don't see much of Kevin Dunn. He's pretty much quiet, but you really don't see Kevin Dunn. I heard he was difficult to work with. I heard when it came to the new technology, new changes, that he was reportedly alleged that he was he didn't want to adjust to the new thing. He didn't want to adjust at all. Get a clearer picture of him. Yeah, Kevin Dunn, they didn't want to work with him. I heard he left. As soon as the stuff went out last year, he was the first one gone. He was gone before Bruce Pritchard, Michael Hayes, anybody. And I knew something was up then. But like I say, his name's not included in that. There's nothing going on with him. So Michael Hayes, Brock Lesnar, their names were mentioned. Well, let's read off the rest of this as well. All right. So since I mentioned those names, we're also going to mention too. It says here as well that, oh man, let me clear myself for a minute. All right, says Michael Hayes, longtime producer, backstage. He's now named, of course, other and former company executives known in this article. According to this, Nick Khan is one of them. Get back to it. Nick Khan, Brad Blum, Stephanie McMahon, Brian Nurse, Warrior Award winner Rich Herring are now named. None are accused of, but the suit argues that they were aware, basically an accomplice, and enabled Vince McMahon behavior in various ways. There's also a claim that when Grant was moved to Talent Relations Department at WWE to work under John Laurinaitis, a new custom office was designed to his taste that included a door connecting his office to Grant's. And the door that said that the door that was connected to it, it's another name. And I think you guys who follow this article, you already know where I'm going to go with this. But let me continue on and read it. It says that it was connected to the office Grant. It said to share a wall with Triple H's office, is insinuating the current chief creative officer likely has announced a great situation. So these are not people that was involved, but they were aware of the situation. Nick Khan was one of them. Nick Khan, if you guys don't know, he's the current president of WWE. He's the guy you always see talk with Triple H when it comes to trying to get events in different countries. Like they try to get WrestleMania. They got Royal Rumble next year in Saudi Arabia, or WrestleMania in London. They're talking about. You see a guy next to him with, that looks like this is Nick Khan. He's one. Some people on that picture of Brad Blum. They're former executive. Another name that was mentioned before, Stephanie McMahon, name was also mentioned. She's another one. Her name was dropped on this whole thing. And I was surprised at Royal Rumble that she came out and addressed the audience to kick off the show, despite the stuff going on. But again, we gotta remember, she's McMahon. When Vince McMahon had that stuff going on with him, he, remember, he came at SmackDown right after that, and he talked to the audience and such, and we never saw him on WWE TV ever again. So we have to keep that in mind too. Stuff like that happens. And I think more likely, seeing the way we saw Stephanie McMahon at the Royal Rumble and saw her talk real quick and everything, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all whatsoever if she is not seen ever again on WWE TV. I would not be surprised if that's the case with Stephanie McMahon. And we know that there are other women in WWE who had issues with Vince, said that they tried to talk to Stephanie. I covered this a while back. They said that Stephanie was aware of the issue, but they do nothing to rectify the situation. So Stephanie's name is also in it. In the wall, they said when John Laurinaitis got a new office, and based on what I read, that's her husband, recently inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame, Triple H. So these are a lot of people whose name is known in this whole situation here. But this is still not good. Still not good at all. Triple H, I know he's very happy in his position. If they have to, I would not want him, or Nick Khan lose their position at WWE. They're gonna have to throw Vince on the bus to do that. If not, if they want to ride for Vince, then that means they will have to step down from their current positions and also get investigated more into the whole situation as well. They're listed as accomplices. They knew what was going on, but didn't speak up, didn't say nothing about it. that makes him just as guilty as the Vince McMahon himself. So that's not good either. That's definitely not a good thing when it comes down to that situation. Let's see what else. Let's see, read the rest of this whole thing. I think I read this whole thing. Okay, I'll read this part right here. It says regarding the enforceability of the arbitration. I think I read this part already. Well, it says here the lawsuit also says here that, yeah, this is I think I read pretty much the whole thing. I think this is the only thing I didn't read. It says the lawsuit claims Grant requests that anyone aware of her relationship with McMahon be included in NDA, specifically listed Khan, Blum, Nornice, and McMahon's personal assistants. McMahon allegedly refused. Grant also alleged that McMahon, won her one final time after NDA was signed on January 28th, 2022, when during her final in-person meeting, she said McMahon forced her to perform, what on him. The amended suit also argued that as WWE said that there are no knowledge of the NDA between McMahon and Grant that can't force its arbitration clause. So that's the whole arc on that. I do know that big thing that's really gonna come back to bite Vince right now. Janel Grant signed the NDA under duress, pressuring her, got his lawyer team to do that. You cannot do that. If they find out she signed NDA under duress, it will be thrown out, which is why she got the lawsuit, why she's speaking now. So Vince McMahon, this is not going good. I thought Vince was good. It's like he was headed that path, but that's why I call investigation for a reason. And unfortunately, some of these people, their names are going to be ruined if they do not clear their names or rat Vince out. That's what it all comes down to. But this is not good at all. This is not good at all. Other than that, though, that's all I have on the situation. Brock Lesnar, he's done. He's out. Michael Hayes, he's out. Stan McMahon, you probably won't see on TV. That's why everyone thought she was coming back in the executive role. She's not. Triple H, I think, be fine. Nick Khan be fine. They just got to clear their names. But that's all I have under the Brock Lesnar name, the updated Vince McMahon complaint filed by former WWE employee. This is this is a whole dirty look. This is Vince McMahon, unfortunately for him, unfortunately for Vince McMahon, when it comes down to it, I don't see this ever clearing up from him. You probably thought that this may clear up from him, but it's not. I don't think this is ever going to clear up ever again. I don't think that he will ever be the same again. It's just not going to happen, unfortunately, for him. Vince McMahon, we do know that he had spinal surgery sometime last year. We also know that he's separated from Linda McMahon. He's pretty much on his own, seriously, actually on his own. And this is going to haunt him to the day he passed away. Vince McMahon will never get out the situation. This will always be tied to his name. I mean, everything this man's built, everything he created, everything, it's pretty much went up in smoke. He's always going to be tied to this. This has ruined his name, his livelihood, everything he worked so hard for, his reputation. It's up in smoke. Now, he's similar to Diddy, just Vince McMahon's not been locked in prison as of right now. But this is it. I mean, there's nothing more to say. I spoke on this before. This is updated. Brock Lesnar's official. They said it was alleged, maybe Brock Lesnar, but it is. We knew it was there from the get-go. What other former UFC and WWE champion could it be in WWE? Brock Lesnar only got and won a UFC title as well as the WWE title, but it's over. And it ruins so many people. And Janel Grant, she's not innocent. She's not innocent. She just wants money. It's not about justice. It's not about what's right. It's all about money. Vince McMahon, I broke down the whole story before. Check out my other lives back from last year. This is crazy, though. But that's all I have for our situation. You guys let me know in the comment section, live chat, what you think of how bad this situation has gotten. Soon to reveal some pop-up, guys. Click the links below. You already know what it is. OU.
Me and Chris Benoit basically all started together, pretty much. You started a little bit earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But they pushed me to the moon and they held you guys back. And we all started at the same time. We were wrestling each other. We were getting each other over, putting each other over. And I thought we were all going to kind of come up together. And it was like, you guys stayed behind. And it was like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, we definitely had to work harder because you already said it, Kurt. You already know the answer is that you were a WWE guy.